this?
We can send expeditions out to explore our island and discover valuable resources.
There's a squad of soldiers stationed in the palace, your personal guard. Let us send them to discover a forest suitable for logging. Select your palace, click on the Explore button, and left-click your desired destination within the foggy, unexplored areas. And don't worry, Presidente, I promise nobody will depose you while the guards are away. Alright. So we can explore for 1,000 whole bucks. 1,000 bucks we can explore the foggy area. Let's do that. There's the expedition. 8 out of 8. Just gonna walk over there, right? There he is, guys. Let me just like keep an eye on this. What is the sight range of these guys? Like how far can they see? Alright, so about this far. And in fact, we can look around the island too. So the area around the water is already uncovered, but not the land. Isn't it interesting that we don't actually even know what's on our own island? I'm the governor of this island, and we don't actually know what's on the island.
What?
So we're going here. Are there, like, specific things that I should be looking for? Alright, so they reached their destination, and a bigger area is revealed.
For the fatherland.
And then they are heading back. Alright.
While waiting for the research to be completed, let us set up the production of raw materials. Let's order a logging camp from the Natural Resources category in the Build menu.
You will notice a colored grid over the terrain while placing the logging camp. This is the logging overlay. Green signifies desirable locations near big clusters of trees, while red locations are undesirable and will result in low production. Remember, it must be connected to a road, and you can increase the game speed if you don't like to wait. Okay, let's build a logging camp. Logging camp, so let's just put it where the green is, right? I think just like any green will do. But let me put it like there. There. And then we need to build a road. Join that up. Construction priority normal. Under construction 0%. And now that this thing is further away from the construction camp, you see it takes longer for them to actually walk over here. Not that long though. It's not that bad.
We just discovered the number of times you need to get hit by a plank to actually discover something. It is around 7, depending on the plank in question. We call this the plank constant. I am sure it will become very important one day.
That is a joke, everyone. There's a setup and then there's the punchline. Okay, we have the logging mill. We can research other things now. What should we do? A fort? I don't know. we unlock the lumber mill. I'm guessing they're gonna get us to build a lumber mill. Should I preemptively build the lumber mill?
Good job. The logging camp has been completed.
Every production building will be serviced by Teamsters if it is connected to a road. They will carry the production to a dock or where it is needed on the island. When a freighter arrives, it will export the goods stored on the dock, and the profits from the sale will be added to the treasury. Buildings that are far away from the Teamsters office will take longer to be serviced. Right. So that's the basic economy, like you produce stuff and then you sell it.
With the planks research completed and the logging camp ready, it is time to build our first factory, a lumber mill. It will process logs from the logging camp into the more expensive planks resource. Don't forget that you have to connect the new lumber mill to the road network.
Oh, that's interesting. He said the other paragraph. Usually he only says one paragraph. Alright, industry, lumber mill. We can rotate this, right? Use the mouse wheel, or you can use the mouse wheel to rotate. Okay, we're not going to use the mouse wheel to rotate, we're just going to like put that basically right next to the logging camp.
Edicts are special laws that you can issue.
Let's issue a building permit edict that will allow you to put something aside in your Swiss bank account. Alright. Building permit increases the cost of all buildings by 20% of their base price. Half of this increase is added to the Swiss account when the construction is finished. Nobody works as hard as you, Presidente. You toil night and day for us, and I say it is high time you do something for yourself. Approve this edict and you'll get something in your Swiss bank account for every building constructed on the island. It increases the cost of all buildings by 20%, right.
Let us build something, like a few cheap country houses, to see how this corruption thing works.
Remember, while building permit is enacted, a percentage of every construction goes to your personal slush fund. Money in the Swiss bank account cannot be used for state expenses, but can be used for certain special expenses for you and your dynasty. Nice. So we can stash money away. We're gonna build some country houses. I mean, the people do need to be housed, right? Like there's a housing shortage right now, which is kind of disastrous. Just a bunch of houses. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 for now. We don't want to build too many things at once because we only have so many builders, right? We have this many builders.
All buildings have allocated budgets. These encompass the money spent on them each month.
Higher budget results in higher effectiveness of the building and higher wealth of the workers. It will also attract more workers when the workforce is insufficient. Since we are setting up our economy, let us maximize the budget of our Teamsters office. This will allow the Teamsters working there to transport larger loads. Alright. So this makes them work harder, but it'll cost more. But it makes them more effective.
Let us build a production building, Presidente. Everybody likes animals. Let us build a ranch. It can be useful both for feeding our people and producing resources for export.
Oh, we have to feed our own people too. Like the food that we produce, some of it gets eaten by our own dudes. You can select the type of livestock from the menu in the construction panel on the right side of the screen. Different animals produce different resources. Again, it is preferable to place the ranch near a green overlay area, visualizing the good pastures on the island. Alright, let's go ahead and build a ranch. It wants me to build more country houses. How many? Wait a minute.
Let us build a production building, President.
No, not you.
With the planks, let us build something, like a few cheap country houses, to see...
It doesn't say how many. Anyway. A ranch, cattle basically works anywhere. Cattle, goats, llama, pigs. Let's go for cattle. Cattle apparently just works anywhere. I'm gonna put it next to the mine. Well, maybe I should put it next to the mine. Let me like put it there. Displace a bunch of shags. Basically close to the Teamsters and close to the port. It's probably a good idea. Maybe I should put it like on this side. You'll notice that these are not getting built. So they're building one thing at a time. They're building this first. And then they'll get around to building this. So these things... Like, there are only so many workers. You do have to consider that, like, if you have too many production buildings, you don't have enough workers, you don't have enough Teamsters, so you have to balance a whole lot of different stuff. I believe you can build more Teamsters offices. Yeah, you can. And more. So if you want to like have more construction going on, you also notice there's a huge island, right? Right. So at some point you might build a lot of stuff, and then you would want Teamsters in more places. What is that? And it's like a long line. There are no other places for... Okay, there's a place for a port there. But this is like very far away from everything else. So that's gonna be complicated, right? I'm trying to get that to work if you have a really big city on the island.
Your resources are automatically exported at default prices, but more profitable trade offers will appear from time to time. The trade button allows you to inspect different offers and set up trade routes. Add ships to start a trade route, remove ships to cancel an active route.
Our objective: start a trade route to export planks to the USA.
Great news! We found out how to use the muskets the Crown sent us. Apparently, all you have to do is pull the trigger. Our research was seriously hindered until we discovered you should not look into the barrel when pulling the trigger. We lost a lot of good men that way.
Cool. Alright, that's not part of the tutorial. Set up a trade route. Planks to the USA. So default price is 1,500. This price is 2,100, so we get a higher price for Ace. So either you just sell it on the market, or you set up a specific trade route. And ship. And quantity 10,000, so you... Contract 5, so within 5 years you have to export 10,000 planks, and then you get the price. Right. Assuming we can do that.
The managers are either your dynasty members or exceptional citizens whose skills can improve a building's performance.
Let's assign a manager to your lumber mill. To do so, select it and click on the workers button. Sometimes there might not be a suitable manager available on the island. In this case, you may have to wait until a new dynasty member or skilled citizen appears. Alright. Assign a manager. Hire a manager. Increased job quality. Effectiveness increase and job quality reduced by 10. Okay, so it makes you more effective, but job quality reduces. Increases beauty in the vicinity by 10. Effectiveness for other nearby buildings increased by 1. Building effectiveness increased by 5. That's interesting. So we don't... I mean... Do we care about reducing job quality? I'm not sure. Let's just get the one with no drawback. Alright, you're hired. Alright, the ranch is being built. This is the last item on the tutorial. The building permit earned you 600 bucks this year. Crown sends you 5,000 bucks. Oh, we get subsidized by the Crown. Sweet. This is 77% complete.
Presidente, you are like a good father to the entire Tropican nation. Some may say that you are just too good.
The final tutorial will teach you how to keep those pesky Tropicans happy, deal with the political faction on the island, and stay in power. Ah yes, pesky Tropicans.
Welcome to the third tutorial. It will teach you how to advance to the next era. Create a constitution, keep your people happy, and deal with internal factions and foreign powers.
Advance to the next era, create a constitution, keep your people happy, and deal with internal factions and foreign powers. Alright, so we have government and diplomacy.
Tropico is currently in the colonial era. We are subject to the whims of the crown, and you will be removed from office when your mandate, indicated above the minimap, expires.
Alright, we have 4 years left. Most advanced buildings are unavailable during the colonial era. The economy depends almost entirely on production of raw resources. Special tasks from the crown grant extended mandate, population, and money as rewards. Alright, so to keep our boss happy.
Two political factors are active in Tropico during the colonial era: the royalists and the revolutionaries. Other factions, such as the militarists, the religious, the communists, and the capitalists, become prominent in later eras.
Politics. You have a standing with all of these factions, and the higher this standing is, the more likely is for their supporters to vote for you during elections. But beware, as you try to appease one faction, you may alienate their opposing faction. Politics. Objective: check out the politics page in the almanac to see the factions active in this era. Almanac. Politics. Oh, check it out, this is my balance. Popular support 15%. Royalists hated 10. 47 supporters. Revolutionaries good standing 77 supporters. So everybody hates me. Everybody hates me except 7 guys. I mean 7 guys like me, but 47 people hate me. The crown is unimpressed. Alright, we need to change their minds, right? Let's change their minds. Look at that popular support down there. 0.
As you saw in the almanac, the progressive revolutionaries are on your side, while the royalists oppose you, just as they oppose the idea of an independent Tropico.
Yeah, well, conservatives, am I right? Certain advanced buildings and researchers will encourage more people to become revolutionaries. Oh, good. Openly defying the crown will also make the revolutionary faction grow, but may have dire consequences for you. The revolutionaries have long demanded some military structures of our own. Let us construct 2 guard towers. This will encourage more people to join their movement. We're gonna encourage militia membership. Alright, we're gonna build some guard towers. Let's stick this like there, and well, I don't want to put it. Let's put that there. I mean, might as well put it near our palace, right? Just in case something bad happens. That's interesting. The game decided to put the locking camp there. So do we... Oh wait, we don't have Constitution Edicts? It didn't give me the building permit back. Alright, there's one guard tower. Job quality 40, wealth provided well off. We can invite a foreign warrior, a foreign soldier, which is a mercenary. So how does this affect... Does it say how it affects support? Constant reminder of the
Good
care...
job! By meeting the revolutionaries' demands, we will attract more people to their cause. Support for independence will grow, and Tropico will finally be able to progress beyond the colonial era.
Yay. Let us see how the popular support will grow. Wait a while until the popular support grows to 51%. Oh, that's ambitious. Just 2 guard towers? Just 2 guard towers. Oh, that's amazing. Look at that. The revolutionaries went from 7 people to 35. That's fast. I'm amazed how fast it is. I'm gonna just like build some production buildings in the meantime. Go ahead and put some cows right here. Popular support 40 out of 51. I should also build some houses, because I think people will be happier if they have houses to live in. I mean, I'm just guessing here, right? I don't know, maybe they'll hate houses to live in.